Welcome to Momcast, where we talk about everything mom. Today I'm going to show you guys what medicine I have in my house with a toddler and a baby. So let's start off with the pain medication. I have Calpol, which is paracetamol, then I have Ponstal and Ponac, which is anti-inflammatory. They are basically the same, just different makes and tastes, but the same. I do prefer Ponstal. Then still pain and Empaped. So for minor pain or injuries, I would say I would use Calpol. Like I said, it's basically like Bronol. I just prefer Calpol, personal taste. And yeah, like I said, if let's say Daniel, my 10-month-old boy, hits his head and I feel, yo, that was quite hard, let me just give him some pain medication, I would just give him some Calpol. But if it's a bit more serious, like if he's teething, and I know sometimes with teething they get inflamed ears, then I would give Ponstal because of the anti-inflammatory. It just helps a bit with the ears and the pain. So yeah, I would definitely use this for if there's inflammation. And yeah, it's basically Ponac as well, but I prefer this one. And then still pain. I don't use this a lot. It actually made Enya, when he was a bit younger, it made him hyperactive at a stage. But a year and a half later, I gave it to him again, and he's fine with it now. So the only time I do use this, and this is, remember this, when they cough a lot, when they get sick and they are coughing continuously, and it doesn't, if they don't sleep at night because of the coughing, then I would give still pain because it actually suppresses the cough a little bit. So this is awesome to remember. If your child is coughing through the night, because you know, if baby isn't sleeping, then mommy isn't sleeping as well. So if you want to sleep and you actually want your child to feel better and to actually sleep a little bit while they're sick so that they don't cough continuously, then give them still pain with cough medication, because yeah, this suppresses the cough, remember it. Then Empaped, it is basically also paracetamol. You get it 150 milligrams, which is for 3 months till a year, and then this one 250, which is a year to 5 years. I used it once when Enya had a fever, and it did really help. But the one thing that I really love for a fever, like I said, Enya used to get a lot of tonsillitis and ear infections, so his fever went sky high. And the one thing that I learned, the best way to break a fever is combining Calpol with Ponstal. So if it says that at your the dosage, it says that your son can drink 10 ml Calpol or 10 ml Ponstal, then what I do is I give him 5 ml Calpol, 5 ml Ponstal together. I promise you guys, best way to break a fever. And also then you don't have to wait too long. If you just give this, then it's quite a few hours before you can give it again. If you combine it, it's really awesome, really breaks a fever very quickly. Love this together. And yeah, that's it for the pain. And then cough medicine. So like I said, my children cough when they get slime because they have allergies. So a natural cough medication is Prospan. I don't have Prospan yet, I have Promucov. It's just the generic one for Prospan. That pharmacy didn't have Prospan, so I had to get this. But it's awesome cough medicine because you can give it a little bit longer than the normal medicine that is 5 days. You can give it a bit longer because it is a natural product. So yeah, if they're just struggling with a bit of slime and coughing, then you can give this just to loosen up the slime. But if my children get like really sick and it's not just allergies or slime, then I prefer Bronol. The nice thing about Bronol is you can give it on a wet or a dry cough. I actually started using this when I was sick, or my husband was sick, and then I saw that you can give it for children from 2 years. So when Enyo got sick and he was coughing quite badly and it already went into his chest, then I would give him Bronol, and this really helps. It is really an awesome cough medication. It really helps with coughing and makes him, it felt like he heals quicker with Bronol. So awesome thing for you and children. And when they start coughing, what I do is in the evenings I take Vicks and I rub it on their chest, their back, and under their feet when they sleep, before they sleep. And I combine it with doTERRA's Breathe Essential Oil. So I put 1 drop of Breathe on their chest with the Vicks, and I rub it in. This also really helps with coughing, and also it feels like it helps with before the cough goes into the chest. Personally, I feel that this helps it, prevents it to go into the chest. If I hear them cough, I immediately put this on their chest, and personally it feels like it prevents the cough to go into their chest. And then nasal spray. I always have nasal spray, especially because my kids have a lot of slime and mucus, and if like the younger kids that can't blow their nose yet, then it's awesome because you spray it in, then it either comes out to the front or they swallow it, because it's that slime that's in the back of their throat that gives a sinus drip, and that makes them cough. So just to help clear up their nose and their sinuses, awesome thing to have. I don't always like it, but use it, mama. And then the latest medicine that I started using is Atco Link syrup. This really helped with getting rid of the slime and the mucus. Like I said, with the allergies, they get a lot of slime, and I've seen that the last few months that I started using this, when they get a lot of slime, it really helps get rid of that slime quicker for me. So this is a great thing to get rid of a lot of slime and mucus. And then, like I said, my children have a bit of allergies, so I use Texa for my older son, that's almost 3 now, and then I use Atco Zetufin or Telfast for my younger son. I also change it up a bit. When the bottles are finished, then I use Telfast, and when the Telfast finished, so that the bodies don't get used to just the one this one, because then it doesn't react to it anymore. Okay. Burn Shield. This is just a small sachet, but you get like bigger sachets as well that I would prefer to buy, because it is always good to have it. Daniel got burnt on his hand a month ago, and we didn't have Burn Shield. I just tried to put ice on and did everything that I could possibly do at that moment, but he still got like a really bad blister, and it struggled to heal. And then I'm not a bad mom, it just happened. But 3 weeks after, he burnt at exactly the same place, and this exactly the same thing that he touched. But then luckily we had Burn Shield, and I put it on immediately, and I forgot to look at it the next day because there were no blister. And then 2 days after, I realized, oh my goodness, like he didn't get a blister at all. So, and even with applying it at that moment, I could immediately see like it's not that sore anymore, where the previous time he was crying for quite a while because it burns. So yeah, really awesome product to have, Burn Shield. It's awesome. And then these ones I don't use a lot, thank goodness, but I always have it in the house. So Valoid, just for nausea. Luckily I only had to use it once, touch wood. And then Smeta is for diarrhea, and this is for adults and kids and babies. And Enya had diarrhea a few months ago, and this really helped very quick. And it didn't make his tummy hard as well, because sometimes I feel if you give diarrhea medicine, then it kind of go to the other way, it makes them constipated, but this one is really, it didn't do it, and it really helped quick. And then Spasm, it helps for relief of gastrointestinal spasm. So it is for if their tummies are sore and have, they have, what do you call it? Anyway, if their tummies are sore and if they have a lot of gas that is trapped, then this is really a good thing. You can use it, what nice is you can use it from 1 month old. So yeah, this is for all ages basically, and I used it with both my boys when especially when they go over to solids and they have a lot of pain, tummy aches and everything, then Spasm is very good. With that, I used also the Terra's digestive blend tamer for kids. When Daniel was still a baby, I used to, before feedings, breastfeeding, I would roll it on his tummy and on his neck so he doesn't spit up and so he doesn't get wind. Really, really help for that. So that is basically the medicines that I use and that I have in the house for the kids. I have other stuff, but this is the main things that I use. And Donnie, my husband, always laughs at me because I know how everything tastes. Why? Because when I take this syringe and I draw some medicine for the kids, I used to lick the syringe, because how I feel about it is, if I know how it tastes, then I can tell if my children are spitting the medicine out, then I know, is it because it doesn't taste good, or is it because they're naughty? And second of all, if it doesn't taste good, then I know I have to get another way to get them to drink it. So for instance, Spasm, at first it doesn't taste bad, but it has a bitter aftertaste. So if I give it to them, and like the first few seconds they just drink because they don't taste it, but after that then they started tasting the bitterness and then they start spitting it out. So when I give this, I know I have to give them either quick ones so that they can swallow it before even tasting the bitterness, or I have to give them a little bit and keep them in a way that they actually drink it. So that's why I feel I have to know how the medicine tastes so that I know how to approach the kids giving it to them. And like the Smeta, when I gave it to Enya, when he had diarrhea, it's a sachet that you put in water, and it doesn't taste bad, but it has a weird texture. It almost tastes if there's a little bit of sand in, if I can say it like that. So it is a weird texture, but luckily Enya was at an age where I could tell him, listen, this does not taste so good, but it will make your tummy feel better and you're going to be able to play again, so let's just swallow it quickly, down it. So he actually was quite cute with it. He actually downed it, even though it wasn't nice. But I know that differs with children and personalities in children, so everyone's not going to want to do that. So yeah, that's why I taste the medicines, especially even if we get antibiotics for the kids. when I draw the first one, I taste it, so I know, is it bad? Then I know why they would spit it out, or I would, like I said, approach it differently when I give it to them so that they don't spit it out if I know it doesn't taste good. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. So I can tell you how everything actually tastes, but most of the children's medicine tastes nice. It's just here and there that it's not as good. But I hope this helped you guys. I hope you got some insight in these medicines. Just a disclaimer again, I'm not a medical professional, so this is just out of a mom's view, what I use for my kids, what helped me out of experience. So please check with your doctors before you try something new with your kids. And if you think there's something that I left out that really works for you or for your kids, please comment and tell us what medicine you also like to use, or what works better for you, or even what you prefer. So yeah, thank you for watching.